Here it is, finally, the moment of truth, the most luxurious barbecue that you are gonna find in Korea, or maybe even in the world. Is that gold?
Yeah, it is gold, real gold.
Seoul, South Korea, home of the world's most expensive Korean barbecue. But how did they get to that price, and is it worth it?
What kind of flavor does the gold add? Is it just more luxurious?
Today we'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how master chefs take apart premium Hanwoo galbi.
Right here, he's gonna show us some of the different cuts that will be on the platter for today.
Plus, we'll tour some of the most unique Korean barbecue joints in Seoul,
We put the pork belly on top so it's bubbling.
including Palsik Samgyeopsal, a restaurant serving 8 different flavors of pork belly.
This one is ginseng flavored.
Get ready.
I'm here with Haejun.
Hi!
What do you like about Korean barbecue?
It's just something that represents us the best.
It's all the flavors of Korea on one table.
It's time to eat.
Right now, we've come to our first location where they are serving samgyeopsal, pork belly, with 8 different flavors. Let's go inside and check it out.
Palsik Samgyeopsal means 8 colors of pork belly. Here, every bite is a new taste sensation.
We have all these plants. Have you seen this many plants before in your life? We're gonna eat some of those.
For about $30, they're serving up 600 grams of pork belly, unlimited sides, and a bubbling kimchi stew.
So this is our most basic stew for Korean people, made out of kimchi, tofu, a lot of vegetables. It's really spicy and also it's good for hangovers. You ready? It's really spicy. It's really spicy.
Incredible sour flavor to it.
And we use extra fermented kimchi on kimchi stews because it creates the sour flavor.
Time to meet our meat. 8 flavors including ginseng, wine, pine leaves, garlic, herb, curry, miso paste, and the finale coated in red chili paste.
This is like one of my favorite setups for Korean barbecue because we're gonna put this fatty pork belly on top here, and the fat is just gonna flow downhill, and it's gonna help fry the kimchi, make it fatty and sour and delicious.
We're starting out with ginseng, wine, garlic, and pine leaves.
This pine one is super unique. We just try it plain like this.
Yep.
Fatty, chewy, a hint of pine flavor.
You can actually smell the pine tree.
It's kind of like gin. This one is ginseng flavored. I gotta be honest, the ginseng's not for me.
I think it's so cool that you get a ginseng smell from the pork.
Ginseng, it's a root vegetable. It just tastes like very earthy. It's very earthy.
You can eat the meat directly or throw it in a wrap.
I got my leaf here. I'm gonna put on my new favorite, which is the garlic. We've got some of this kimchi that's been hanging out, soaking up all this fat. Put some onion in there, give it a dip. Let's go for it. It's so simple yet so delicious. A little bit of sourness from the kimchi, it's fatty. It's just everything blended into one bite. Wait, is this like a little broom? They just use this little radish, like a Zamboni machine to get all the grease off. I love it.
Last up, herb, curry, miso paste, and hot.
I'm a little scared about this one. For the flavor in English, it just says hot. Final, the gochujang, the hot flavor. Let's go for it. Spicy, smooth, a little sweet. I'm running out of words to describe meat, guys.
It just has the right amount of everything.
Which one is the best?
Definitely gochujang.
After hanging around all those intense flavors, there's only one way to end a meal like this.
감사합니다. We are at the second location. Do you know anything about this place?
Really different style of barbecue, and that it put Korean samgyeopsal to another level.
Before we dine on luxurious gold-plated cow steaks, we're checking out the newest barbecue trend in Seoul, the tabletop rotisserie.
They've got some charcoal that they drop into the center of this giant hollow toaster, and then they give you your own skewers.
Any date you bring here will be terrified at first upon witnessing the Buffalo Bill-inspired decor. But after getting a whiff of the food, it's over.
We put the pork belly on top so it's bubbling and then oozing and dripping this oil onto the potatoes. The potatoes are starting to crispify from that pink fat.
They've got everything on a skewer, even churros. But we've settled for a potato skewer and 2 Korean garlic bacon skewers for about $15.
I think it's ready.
All right, we're pulling it off. We're gonna throw it on the flat top. Potatoes have been in there about 5 or 6 minutes. How cool is that? It's big, it's crispy. Boy, really hot. It actually has some bacon flavor in there. It's super garlicky, salty, bacony. I feel like if I stayed up late at night, somebody on an infomercial would be trying to sell me one of these at some point.
For dessert, bananas and pineapple, because I just can't resist seeing what this is all about.
Our fruit has been in here for about 5 minutes. It's smelling toasty already.
Ooh.
The cinnamon from on top of there especially. There's some steam coming off there. And it's like cinnamon banana toast crunch. Let's go for it. It's really good. It's different than any kind of roasted banana I've ever had. It's sweet, soft, and warm. Yo, they nailed it. I love this.
Sweet.
Korean barbecue taken to the next level, or at least a different level.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
Yes, definitely.
Would you recommend it to an enemy?
No.
Last up, the clickbait moment of redemption you've been waiting for.
We have arrived now at our final location right behind us.
명월관.
Here they are serving the most premium beef that is possible. And so everything is, it's all, did it eat kimchi?
Sorry?
Did the cow eat any kimchi?
Maybe.
So yeah, that's how Korean this cow is, and mostly was.
Myeongwalgwan, a place of magic, where foodie dreams come true, where the beef-scented wind gently wisps your hair back. Or maybe not.
We're looking for the menu, we're trying to decide what to order, and then they offered us this beastly platter here. It's so big, they couldn't even make a plate. They had to chop a piece of tree off. And then look at this, there's 5 different cuts of Hanwoo beef. This whole set is 650,000 Korean won, which, what's that coming to? Any idea what it is? $603, the most expensive meal I've ever had on my show so far.
Before dinner is served, we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at how their legendary Hanwoo beef ribs are prepared.
We are in the kitchen. We're going into the area where they're cutting the meat. They've selected the most prime Hanwoo beef. We've got a lot of chunks of cow here.
If you've heard of Wagyu beef, Hanwoo is basically the Korean version of that. High-quality beef that's kind of a cultural icon, coming from native Korean-bred cattle. And these chefs only use the highest-rated cuts.
Can you call this a cut of beef? It's like, it is a whole beef.
Galbi, or Korean beef ribs, are one of the tastiest things you could put in your mouth. And we're gonna see how they go from this to this.
So they're gonna remove the fat first, and they're gonna cut the meat.
They're just preparing the ribs. They've sliced off a lot of the fat, and then they're gonna start separating the ribs now. If you're wondering what makes any cut of beef expensive, it's all about the marbling. Marbling means just how the fat is interspersed with the protein. And so just get a close up of this beautiful rib right here. Intermeshed fat and protein. So when that cooks, it's gonna be super tender, cooking in its own fatty juices. He handed me this one. It must be like cream of the crop right here. It is just like a spider web of fat moving through the protein. 5 minutes later, we have a mountain of ribs right here, and that is ready for the next step of the process. After they run it through the bandsaw, they're gonna peel off one more layer of fat to expose the meat on the rib.
To elongate the cut, making it suitable for grilling, they slice next to the bone. Get rid of this thing, then continue carefully slicing and bending the meat, carving it into this final form. Clean up the bones and score the meat, creating more surface area to soak up more marinade.
Wow, that is a thing of beauty.
Finally, our feast awaits us. The table is already set with little side dishes, myeolchi, sweet potato salad, kimchi, and other plants. And then, all at once, it happens.
They put gold on the meat, guys. This was completely unexpected. They have edible gold. Not bad. This is awesome. I can't wait to try it out.
To ensure the perfect barbecue experience, the staff even come by to grill the meat for us.
The thin flank
What kind of flavor does the gold add?
for the luxurious and
It
the
tastes,
fancy.
this is gonna be the most luxurious tasting barbecue ever. We have a lot of stuff on this table and it's cute and I appreciate it. I'm mainly focused on this meat. Oh dear, look at this. Now guys, that green stuff, it's not cucumber. That's zucchini. That's okay. This whole room has its own fan system. It just goes away. Oh, here comes some.
감사합니다. Oh, she says the first bite should be with the salt.
This is my first bite of the Hanwoo beef
Wow.
ever in my life.